Bye.
9.
Looking at them. Okay. Like this, and you're just listening. All recording.
1.
Are you in focus though?
I'll just be 1 off.
All right. 7. 1. I'm trying to say.
Oh,
So loud.
wow, that's so loud.
So first, give her a. Okay.
Well, there's really only 9 months of classes.
All right, good.
15.
We'll get an actual camera flash.
Ready?
Okay.
There? Down.
A loud scream.
Every time.
Yeah. Then we can sync up the audio.
That's my cue.
Screening room. Wow, what a crazy idea that was.
Let's show what a missionary is not, actually. That was the plan.
We started screening room really because we wanted to get the kids involved. Not only our kids, but your kids too. Also, we wanted to point out some of the fallacies of modern missions in America.
To bring out what Final Frontiers believes, a national church planter. It's different from any other missions organization that you're gonna find out there, and we wanna show the difference. They're saying best of luck to you. You know, if you wanna be an English teacher, fantastic, go for it, if that's what God's called you to do. So it's not attacking that, it's trying to show you from Final Frontiers perspective, this is what we do. I had this idea of what if I took some of the characters that I've been playing since I was young, just have them come in and we do this fun little thing with the kids acting like adults. Some of them I have been playing in the form of voices since I was 13. And we'd sit there by this tape recorder and just do these characters, and in my brain I would have to go back and forth between these personalities.
I bet to do this at kids camps and do it really fast before change from Billy to Boramhood. All right, good.
From the very beginning, I had written 3 episodes, and I thought that that was going to be it. It was Billy Brilliant, James Boramhood, and Clifford. We decided, hey, why not do maybe 1 a month? You know, let's do 12 episodes. Can you come up with 12? And I thought, well, if we start creating other characters, you know, I could come up with maybe if more people play them. Well, we started brainstorming and just coming up with so many ideas that were so hard to pass up. And so finally we said, well, maybe let's do 2 a month. What if we filled the entire year? And that was pretty ambitious for us at that time. We thought, can we do this? Sometime after 10, I just wrote and came up with stuff. And so sometimes we'd come in here and it was so fun when he'd be over there laughing at a line. I would think, yes, I got it. It's a good one.
Nah, I guess he's not home. It says he's be here. I mean, look at that. It says be there.
Well,
You think that
says
he'd
bet
be
here.
This is sad.
I needed his vote.
Let's go for it.
Novia, oh my goodness, she's so sweet. I love Novia. Her makeup skills are amazing.
Daniel's wife, Novia Nelms, she has done so much work in this as far as cosmetology itself and doing the makeup artist work. She was really diligent with that, applying all types of makeup, trying to get things all evened out and helping me with these shots. That has been a huge blessing. I am so thankful to have that.
She knows her stuff and she was a lot of help.
And she would help me with even braiding the wigs, combing out the wigs. We spent time, me, her, and Daniel, like combing out and washing the wigs.
She's very funny, like whenever we were filming for Thanksgiving, she was just continually making me laugh.
And the batleth, making the big blade, Daniel made that. So Nova Props created those. He had the blueprints for it exactly where he could do a cast of this and then just painted it and everything, and I love that. Any kind of the props and miniature stuff is exciting when you start creating these things.
Oh, we are so close.
I don't believe George when he say, almost done, almost done.
Okay, one more.
Okay, let's just try one more.
One more of those. Come on, one more. One more. Okay, do one more. Do one more like that for me.
I'll do it one more time.
I'm gonna look at the green spot, and I
Didn't
need to
you?
be louder. Do I need another one?
Okay, go again.
But I do want to do it again.
This is our white room.
Yeah, I sold it to him.
That's my turn.
There's Candace.
It was hard.
No, well, yes, because I kept yawning and laughing. I was really tired.
I remember putting the paper with the lines like under the notepad, and like sometimes we would like take it up and like I could just read it.
It's like hard making it sound real and stuff.
It was hard memorizing the lines. Some words I couldn't even pronounce. We had to change that too.
Like doctrinal statement thingy.
People watch these and they see the girls acting and they're like, wow, they're such good actors. And what people assume is that you have them both in the same room and we have 2 cameras filming them at the same time. The girls would have never been able to do that. It would have been so hard. So this is Issa, and she's gonna be the girl on the other side of this one. Thankfully though, they don't have to see each other when they're doing it. It's just a camera sitting over here.
I just like talking to the distance, I guess.
Did you ever picture what they were gonna look like in your mind?
Sometimes, I guess. I think.
Like sometimes I imagine it.
I would actually write specific facial expressions. I would tell them, okay, raise your eyebrow. Now you need to give them your surprised look, you know.
She jerks in her chair.
Yeah, but
What does that mean?
you had some of the craziest episodes.
Yeah.
I'd pick episodes and think that character right there would be perfect for Valentina, or this one would be perfect for Jennifer or Elizabeth. I pretty much had Elizabeth figured out and I had Jennifer figured out. But Valentina, almost half of the mistakes that she made are actually in the episodes because they were so good. Oh, I want to use that one right there. What do you think about this? Are you gonna be a screening girl someday?
I was putting his ears like that. And then I pull his nose.
You wanna do that to me?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
On this side. Okay. Shoot, bite my suit.
One time she actually did grab his face, and for some reason Josh enjoyed that.
You know, I wanted to do that. Let's do that. That would look good. Can you see that?
Well, Macy still has an earring.
Do you remember when you pushed your daddy?
Yes. Can I see that right now?
Can you give us one more scream?
Yeah.
Do it. It's amazing, isn't it?
She's probably got the most energy and the most viciousness when it comes to trying to remove someone from the building.
Pushing Mr. Josh to get away from the office because he is saying the wrong word.
Trying to get him to pull and push took a little bit of time. Who's the better security guard, you or Emma?
Me!
Why are you the better security guard?
Because I can push him even more away. And you're defeated! Dun dun dun!
He went off script again!
Would you be paid in money or candy?
Candy.
The professional interviewer, she doesn't even have shoes today.
Ew. Usually my smile is like this. Don't even look like a smile when I think I am smiling.
Do you feel like celebrities?
No.
Jennifer got tired of not being able to accept anyone. And so she's putting it all on the paper right here.
Jacked it. Finally. Can we do this? Woohoo!
Getting ready for the interview shot.
Jedi. That's my favorite. That's like pretty much the one that I remember the most. And second off, it's kind of funny all at the end. Do or do not. There is no try.
I really like Sebastian killed my iguana. Now you will pay.
This was her last episode. Good job. Woo! So Seal got to be in one of ours. Wow.
And get your groovy.
Wow, look at that.
I'm just thinking of that smiley face. It's like,
Bye.
probably Mortimer Smith. It was my dad, and it was like a different person, and it was funny. And he just had Cheetos while he was just in an interview eating.
The last one I filmed was with Jennifer.
Do you let me a unicorn? I could draw an actual one, not a unicorn head, but like a big unicorn in less than a minute.
If anybody was in here besides me, she would just like freeze up. And sometimes she would go off on long tangents and just talk about life.
Orange, vanilla, Coke. I'm like, this is now my least favorite. It's like, orange, vanilla, Coke. It's like, stop. There's this mysterious red markings on the paper. No one knows who did it. Drum roll, please. There we go. It was Elizabeth and Valentina.
Now I know what it's like. It's a lot of pressure being a screening room girl. Do I accept them? Do I reject them? What do I do?
Genesis? Genesis is planet forbidden.
Valentina.
See the movie to know what we're talking about.
You had to be there. How can you be deaf with ears like that?
I'm just gonna wait till y'all calm down.
Wow! I'm like a different person! Mom!
I don't really like playing Mortimer because he's just such a sleazy, irritating person.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
We were sitting in Josh's office and I just started ad-libbing things. He was writing stuff down real fast and I just kept going. I had to go without shaving for like a week. I went in my bathroom in my office and I shaved. And we started looking through the video and that mic, I think it recorded one take and the rest of it was just blank, no audio at all. So I knew right there that I was gonna have to do this whole thing again.
Such things stuck out my teeth. It's driving me crazy.
Probably the hardest part about that was the teeth, the prosthetic teeth. Made it really, really difficult to talk. Made it difficult to swallow. It actually left some like scar tissue on the inside of my mouth from rubbing it back and forth. I was excited to actually get to be a Klingon because I love Star Trek. I've loved Star Trek even since I was just a little kid.
I can remember when the mask first came in and we're like, wow, we're really gonna do this. We're gonna do a Star Trek episode. And me and Daniel sat there and we wrote that script out. We're like, what would the Klingons say? And then Michael translated the words.
If only there was a Crocodile Dundee. Look at this knife. Come on, that's a knife.
Oh, look at this. Oh, that's a knife. Yeah, I can try. So we had this big board, this big plastic board over here, and when he's looking at me, he's looking past me.
I was very serious about playing that role. I had practiced my lines for like a couple of months, so I knew more or less what I was going to say, the accent and everything.
I don't look at the camera, I look at you, right?
Yeah. I'm looking down like right at that spot right there. And he's like perfect, he's serious, everything's perfect, and I just would crack up and lose it.
I remember Josh laughing a lot.
It's not easy for a Klingon to put in his contacts. It's not easy for anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
7.
I even shaved differently, and man, my family did not like that at all. I spent an hour maybe in makeup trying to get the color of my skin and the prosthetic color to kind of match.
We're looking for just the right makeup to be able to get this correct.
Help me.
I can't find it.
We need a Klingon song.
Put so much work into something and you have to...
Yeah, Klingon off.
It's so hard.
The breakable chair made out of balsa wood. I was really nervous about that because I thought, if I get this wrong, we only get one take. And we can't afford to buy another chair.
Who knows what we got? It did break apart pretty good.
Getting some of those lines out were very, very difficult. We were using words that I was unfamiliar with or just stuff that I don't use in my day-to-day dialogue. So some of that stuff was really hard.
Y caeré en mano de los incircuncisiosos.
Circuncisión.
Incircuncisiosos.
Incircunciosos. We gotta know that I'm not gonna get that word right. Whoa! I don't know how I got here, but I like it.
I really enjoyed getting to play that character. I got to put on a little elf nose thing. I was like, if I was gonna do that, I would play it like this. And I did the voice and everything. Josh pulled some stuff out of storage, some props that he used in his movie called McKinley's Monster. You should look that up on YouTube. So I wore that on top of my regular clothes, and all the little hair follicles were like chipping and breaking. Every time you touch it, they'd like flake off. There's probably some still around here.
I don't think she was originally supposed to be Russian, and then something was said in the hallway in that accent. You're like, oh, we gotta use that one.
From back here, you say, I had to church discipline him. Then you lean forward. You're like, just between you and me,
He has major authority issues.
Where's that?
I had to try to discipline him.
Everyone was watching.
Lime?
You're like, yes, to the Philippines.
What do you want to do with my hands, Josh? Imagine I'm looking at Issa making the weird faces she makes. It might take me a bit to find my British voice. Tea and crumpets, tea and crumpets.
Tea and crumpets.
Michael, speak British to me.
I had to keep on saying tea and crumpets to keep the accent because people kept on saying things in different voices like Southern and Scottish. We had to keep on changing your lines to make them sound more British.
For her Royal Majesty, tea and crumpets ruled.
World.
Ruled.
Woof.
Fancy pants type.
You see anything? Say, Sarah, that was rubbish.
And I said, I'm gonna hit you 8 times today, and it ended up being 8 times. And I didn't hold back either.
I laughed for days. That was a really fun one to write.
She was just Candace.
Clap on. Clap off.
What next? I didn't know there was machete until now.
You have like 2 machetes on there.
I should have hit you harder.
Jason Dover is the one that plays the Calvinist, and he plays the old man.
Technology's allergic to me.
That particular episode was one that people have really liked. It's been kind of special.
You just like the weight of the world just settles on you. You can do that for me.
We showed it at a major board meeting that we had here, and they appreciated it.
It's like, woo! You're able to walk because you're pretty excited.
This guy who feels like he's all used up and he has nothing more to do.
I'm getting older and my voice is changing. Sad Jason.
Sad Jason. When you first came up. Okay, sorry.
You think?
Yeah. Final Frontiers is able to give him hope, and he agrees with the girls. That's pretty neat.
Yes.
Like that.
That's so good.
Do it again.
Demetri Jabali Kondo, the second episode that came out. I hope that you recognized him from Ernest Season 1. You're gonna see him again. He is a major character with a black rhino. Tim, that is the same exact character.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
We had Andrew Whitehead and his daughter, Abby, and they came all the way from Tennessee because they had seen Ernest Season 1.
Here is Abby. She's a guest interviewer.
She did fantastic. She was so funny. Her southern accent just cracked me up. And she wouldn't know why I was laughing sometimes, but I was laughing because she was so deadpan serious.
You have a unique way. It's funny.
I don't think so. Go for that one. Sorry, sir.
Her dad brought some suits and some stuff and just kind of donated it to our wardrobe when he left. And we made up a name tag for her, and we had an extra shirt that did not fit one of the girls, and it fit her perfect. It took a while. It went clear into the night, but I think it was fun for them. It's a good memory for them.
Here, Shani.
Went back home for a few days and...
Hey, get your potatoes, you know.
Well,
Okay.
you know, I went home for a few days.
I went home back to West Virginia. I just sort of, you know. You know I was born there in West Virginia.
West Virginia, yeah.
Spot on.
Dude! He's in it for the fun, less in it for the missions.
Is that Ashton Button over there?
He was an interesting character. I remember having a little bit of difficulty with his voice. I think towards the end, his voice shifted a little bit. So I think we recorded the beginning again. Ashton was an early episode and he had some green on his shirt. I think Josh had to key out my whole body just so it wouldn't go transparent. We do now have a little piece of paper on the wall, the rules of the green screen, one being don't wear anything green. He has a background that a lot of you may be familiar with. I won't say what film you may have seen him in. Doing the lightsaber, or should I say lifesaver? You might need to bleep out the lightsaber. I don't know if that's a trademark name or not. We added in the so he could carry on going. That was a fun character.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Okay. I love it.
Frederick, you're gonna see him in season 2.
I'm Ernest fan. I had a bigger importance on it just because we got the whole Ernest series. He's stepping on hallowed ground. You're trying to recreate Ernest, but as this fan. An interesting role, just trying to be like Ernest, but not quite.
Nationwide. That's the line. You know you're not a church planner, you're an evangelist. You did it.
Yeah.
Towards the end of that episode, he had to have this sort of tear in his eye when he was rejected.
Come on, you can cry. It looks like there's moisture.
Hardly conclusive, Mr. Scott. As Klingons have no tear ducts.
And we were using the menthols, but it had solidified since we had last used it. And we were jabbing into this little crystal bottle.
One of our other surprises from the Ernest series was Penelope. The girl who's going to Paris is actually Ernest's sister.
I used to work at a grocery store where Josh would get groceries, and he asked me if I would be interested in helping out with it, and he gave me a script. And I was very nervous at first, but it ended up being a lot of fun, and I really enjoy working with them. Penelope was really fun because whenever I was in school, I was like a really big daydreamer like that too.
Yeah. It's gonna be so funny.
That sounds like something I would say. Some people go into missions with funny intentions like that sometimes.
This is the cosmetologist right here teaching her how to put on eyelashes.
You put one down there and then one right there, and then it makes the face even, and then you brush it out with one of these.
Ruby was fun because my stepmom's a cosmetologist. The wigs are awful. I hated every single one of them. They're so heavy. Ruby's was everywhere.
Since I was a little girl.
Hi, y'all.
So if you can be excited.
It was very hard for me to be serious when he said, "It's hard to serve God when you don't feel beautiful." That's the best. I love that one.
I was at the bistro and I said, "Do you have your Ingles card with you?" I have to like mentally prepare myself every time before I answer the phone and be like, where am I right now?
That one was very out of character. But she was a lot of fun to play too, because I think all of us have a little bit of snobbiness in us that we have to die to every day.
Tell me about it. I think I was born in a totally wrong family, you know?
You're getting better.
I am getting better. Is that like a Valley Girl thing?
Yes. Whatever, major loser.
I see it every week. It's fun. You channel it and you're just like, I don't even know what a missionary is. So much fun. It's fun to like imagine yourself as different people, like putting yourself in other people's shoes.
Oh, wow, I feel so spiritual.
Billy Bryant has been something that's just been fun for a lot of years. He's like this outgoing surfer dude, hippie kind of a character that has a sort of Australian accent, not quite. Sometimes he wears me out because he's just so dumb about stuff.
Uh-oh, it's Billy.
Yeah. Naivety is about to come on stage.
He's so outgoing about the stupidest things. He has a never-ending, bottomless pit of energy, so he will charge into something and he'll be so excited about it, and he never stops. And that's why you always see him out on the couch out there. 6 episodes where Billy shows up because he's trying so hard to get accepted by Final Frontiers, and I have no idea why he's come to that point in his life, but for some reason he set his mind on it and he wants to be a missionary really, really bad.
You see, not every man is man enough to eat wild camel hair and be clothed in fiery grasshoppers.
Probably don't recognize me as Ernest, but it's the same guy.
Brown contacts. I can just roll it right on.
Boramhead is another one that I've been doing for quite a long time. And I was so grateful to Novia for starting to help me make him look the way that I saw him in my mind.
This is a hard one for me.
He is based on a character of an eccentric martial arts instructor from a whole nother series, but Clifford is supposed to be pharisaical, and I wanted to create a character like that where he is so confident, so confident, and yet he's right on the tip, and if you tip him over the edge, he gets angry, and so all of his anger and sticking up for himself just bursts out. Jeremy Simons. Probably, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, I introduced him into some of these stories with Tom and Jack and some of the other ones. And he was just a voice, but in my mind, I always saw him as this kind of crazy, dark-haired guy with glasses who stutters all the time. I don't like math. It's like getting lost in all this stuttering. Like, I take a line that I wrote and just on purpose trying to mix the line all up.
So when I try to find him in that mess, hold on, it's gonna get worse, trust me. It's not going to work. Neither are these lines. The words are all there, I just have to find them.
But I think it's hilarious to have a character that's constantly scratching himself and wiping his nose. You could mess up your brain doing that guy for too long.
This is wearing me out. Okay. Knowledge
like a
knowledge
90-degree-wall
rose off of you. Hey, you're not following me. Sorry, but come on, really, just stop being so obtuse.
He's a hard one for me to play. He's more the bicycle man. In my old stories, when I would do tape cassettes, he would talk with an extreme southern accent, just really fast talker. And he was a bicycle salesman. One time I played him live at a missions boot camp where we did a scenario, and that was the first time I ever did Tony Hardy. Totally oblivious, and he's just a tourist, and that's all he wants to do. And so I can remember Pastor Tony Wood was sitting up there. He's one of the instructors. And I come in and he's like, so what's your name? I'm like, I'm gonna use your name. And so right there, Tony Hardy was born.
Oh, yippee!
Who am I?
I don't know, Daddy.
Jack Tom is actually a father and a son, and we decided to put him into the same person this time. Jack Tom is from the series that my sister and I created, and then my other sister got involved in it, and so all three of us together for years and years and years, we would create these little adventures. I can remember the first time doing that voice for some other teenagers when I was a teenager, and these two girls turned around in school and looked down at my feet like, where's the kid?
We've got one brown eye here and one blue eye on this side. He's the schizophrenic character.
I would call the person and do all of those people on the phone, and Jack was always the one that people loved to talk to the most.
There's 3 people over there.
I've done 6 before. Okay, guys, we're gonna get this.
Playing him, it's something I'm very familiar with, but it was hard on my voice that day.
Trying to get the voice back just a little bit. So what did you imagine Jack Tom looking like?
Hey, little girl. You want to go play G.I. Jones?
A pirate.
Daddy, don't you remember? Yummy. Daddy's so good.
Jack, do I have to put you over my knee? Come right over here right now. How does this even work?
Good job, everyone. I was testing you.
Hello. My name is Sebastian Gonzalez de Belize. I have devoted my life to looking for this person. He killed my iguana when I was 7 years old. At right my shoulder, I called it Gordita. He ate little fat crickets. I fed them with my own hands.
Inconceivable.
I loved playing that character. I'm hoping that we can bring him back. His personality I had a lot of fun with. I had never played this guy before, but we wanted to do something off of a Princess Bride kind of an idea.
Man, you'd be able to smell stuff from a long way off of that thing.
Instead of you killed my father, it's you killed my iguana.
You killed my father and his iguana.
And he's got this sword. Jason Dover had given me that sword.
This is where you check to make sure it all looks good before you remove your face.
Yeah, I'm taking my eyeballs out now. These are just a little bit golden green. This is my real nose. Achoo! Oh, it's garages. Oh.
I don't know why, but I really like that guy.
Back here, we've got people getting ready.
I'm ready right now.
So how does it feel to be one of the characters called back for Thanksgiving?
I am so honored.
Inside here, we've actually got another character hard at work. Oh my word, there's Mortimer. But where's his wig?
Oh, it's not on yet. I don't feel like Mortimer yet.
We have another room here. Let's see if we've got another character. Oh, look.
Ernest!
It's Frederick. Where's your tie?
I'm not dressed.
Somehow he thinks I'm Ernest. Do I look like Ernest to you? This is the door to where I'm gonna dress here in the weight room. And this is the place this is where Billy gets ready. Got some makeup here, got some white on my beard, and the brown eyes in. So, getting ready.
That's Candace. She's getting in the car with Frederick. And this is, I'm gonna drive like the girls' car.
We're going, man. I can see you, Sarah, so you're gonna have to... I can see you all along. This is a wide shot, so just stay all the way back. Yeah.
Thanksgiving special was probably my favorite.
That was a fun episode.
And you know, that had to be scripted in a very short period of time, just a few days, and trying to think in my mind, what would these characters say? It's fun for them, seeing what lines I'm gonna write for them. And the girls, they're like, wow, this takes so long.
That took a really, really long time because there was no air conditioner in the car.
Pull yourself up to right there. Like, we're a missions organization! And your eyes are just wide.
It was really hot.
And they're out there, and the bugs are bothering them and everything.
I think I got a couple bug bites.
There were a lot of bugs, and I hate bugs, and I got mosquito bites.
Because of you, Josh. The girls, man, they just wouldn't listen.
And I don't understand, really, why. But I'm super glad that we get to see them. And maybe we can prove to them that this is what we need to do with our lives, you know? That's what the hope is. So we'll see what happens after today. But, I mean, that was a good try. But we're having this meeting, and I think we'll get them to accept us after that.
Ruby's hair, her wig, it got on my nerves. It was so bouncy. Every time I would walk, it would just bounce with me. I would move, and it would move. It was an experience.
You fancy pants, aren't you?
Fancy pants.
It was hot and it took forever and we had to go out there multiple times.
I went back out later, set the camera in slow motion, and then I ran so many times. Then going over the bridge, he is so klutzy, and so I have to try to make my body turn into a pile of jello, you know? And try to just land weird. What was it like being bulldozed over by Billy Brilliant?
It was an honor. I love Billy.
Billy is awesome.
22 times that I tripped.
It's a pretty bad fall. I hurt Ruby pretty bad, I think. She's pretty mad.
I was not actually injured in the making of the Thanksgiving scene. It took a lot of skillful editing on Josh's part to get that how it is. All I did was, and then I was like, oh, my hands, they're dirty. Oh no, the world is ending.
No. You're so weak, you can't even pick up a piece of rock. Oh, a big one. Just look at them right here. It's a beautiful Twinkie tower.
Okay, guys, look, you smell this? See, we need to get you over here. This is really yummy, man. So this always works for me in the wild. I'm gonna like smear them and then carry them like a big boss right over here to the other side because we don't want them by us. Mortimer, I hope you didn't mind. I'm using your Twinkie, man.
It is so beautiful, but I'm still not gonna eat it.
Yeah, my arch nemesis, girl power.
The Spam slowly cooked in the sun, which was disturbing.
Once Sarah actually cut into it with the big machete, you could see the variation of going from a sort of weird brown color into the actual Spam color.
That Spam, that was that is not a Thanksgiving turkey.
I remember getting sick, food poisoning.
With everything Daniel ate that day, his stomach wasn't too happy later on.
I wanted to sort of get into character, and so they had like turkey pot pie Hot Pockets. But we didn't actually end up being able to go out to film until later in the day. So the Hot Pockets had been like microwaved and then been sitting there for a while.
At least this doesn't taste bad. There's that.
I remember eating those things and have to keep eating all that food because Mortimer eats a lot. Man, I did not feel good at all.
Action. 3, 2, action, go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Did you try any of the insects that Frederick offered?
No, I ran. I did not want any insects.
When he stands up and I take the tray from him, that tray, by the way, is very, very heavy. I'm trying to hold it with one hand. I was able to do it the first 2 times, but it was like, my arm is hurting.
Is that lizard still on my back? I lost track of him.
Is he in your
I
pants?
totally forgot. They're unengaged, man. I don't even know what religion they are. They worship Winnie the Pooh. Pretty sure. It used to be Piglet. But me, I'm a fan of Eeyore.
Start a church among Bigfoot?
Yeah!
Were you driving, Valentina?
Yeah, I got my license early. I was just sitting there with my hands up while y'all were pushing the car in the back.
That's probably my favorite episode actually being part of. I enjoyed getting to see how that whole thing came together, and where it leads to is also a pretty big deal.
I love having a Thanksgiving special. Instead of a Christmas special, we have a Thanksgiving special, and we would like to continue that adventure. We still got Breeze. That's gonna go right past that thing.
Stop it, go away. We're trying to get the perfect shot and you know it.
That belongs in a museum, man! What are you guys doing? Hey!
I can't even hear myself think. You want to come inside?
You're welcome.
Please, have a care.
He just keeps going with that machine all day, all night.
Wow, I can't believe that.
Re-say it so before he comes back around.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's making noise.
Music outside too.
That truck. You can hear the semi in the back.
Even in here we have to. Can they hear that? Can you hear that?
You killed my iguana, and you flew away in a plane.
on a jet plane.
Daniel was listening on here and he's like, I can hear jet. I can hear jet sound.
Set the aircraft in order.
To understand.
In limbo.
Can't do that with the jet.
I'm hearing
Airplanes.
I think that's a helicopter.
Does anyone hear that jet out there? Can you vouch for us, Jason? The struggle is real.
Yes, I hear it. The struggle is real.
Well, thank you for watching Screening Room.
If you watched Screening Room, tell your friends about it.
It was fun, and I hope we do another season. Someone will let us do another season.
I just hope everybody watches it.
Share the videos with people.
I can see this being used in a youth group to show them what a missionary is not, or a missions conference where a pastor will say, let's watch one of these episodes or two of these episodes every night during our missions conference and make you laugh and show you what a missionary is not.
Sometimes it's a hard process for you to get the right people, but there are the right people out there that really have a heart for missions, and we should pray for them.
The girls ask the same questions. They always start with the first three same questions, and then it kind of goes on from there. I want you to see this and kind of leave it up to you to stand with the girls in these episodes and realize what a missionary is.
Buy the DVD so you can keep it in your home, or Blu-ray, because when you buy the DVD, when you watch the content online, it gets revenue for our ministry, and that helps us a lot, and it helps us produce more content.
I can see a family, a mother and a father saying, hey, let's get the kids together and show them what a missionary isn't, and therefore what a missionary is.
It's cool. It's cool.
Thank you for watching.
Problem is, I actually forgot my Bible over at Josh's house. So, gotta run over to the cabin right now, try to see if I can find that thing. I'm gonna give that girl a verse. I've been out here doing the bridge shots today by myself, and it's not easy. I'm all banged up. I think we tripped on the bag. My elbows and my shoulders like really hurt, man. There's like a ton of mosquitoes out here. It's I don't know what the rest of the guys are gonna do when they come out, man. It's gonna be like swatting like crazy. But it's a hard day. This is a tough one. There's one good thing though that just happened. I found that car. This is like the Foreigner Frontiers car. It's like right here. I'm gonna take it home. No, I'm gonna like return it to them and see if maybe they'll support me. Well, I just brought it back and it looks like it's like after hours here. But maybe try to see what happens. Oh boy.